alfalfa complex. So alfalfa, it is not just for horses. We'll just say that. A lot of people go, alfalfa, isn't that the leafy stuff that you feed the horses? Well, yes, but there are so many nutrients in alfalfa. It is like the perfect food. It is actually one of the most nutritious foods on the planet. Why? Because the roots grow up to 20 feet down. So they're pulling minerals deep into the earth, all the way down where some of the other plants up on the surface, they've already burned through the minerals that are in the soil, and sometimes that soil gets depleted. But the alfalfa is going all the way down. Then what makes it extra special is it pulls up most of its nutrients at night. So Shackley harvests it at night when it is full of the nutrients. It doesn't do it in the middle of the day when maybe it would be easier, because you get more nutrients when it's just taken all of that goodness from the earth in the middle of the night, in the dark. So that is kind of what makes alfalfa super cool. But it is an antihistamine. It's a diuretic. It cleanses your body. It protects you from radiation. It controls body odor, joint swelling and stiffness. It is an anti-inflammatory, an anti-arthritic, and it is antibacterial. This stuff does it all. And it's one of those, as somebody who has asthma, I have noticed that when the allergens come out in the spring, all of a sudden I'm like, ooh, I think it's time to up my alfalfa because it is a natural antihistamine. In fact, I had a friend who was over and was having some allergy issues with the dogs, because we have a lot of dogs. And I'm like, ooh, let me give you some alfalfa. And he downed a handful of alfalfa, and within like 20, 30 minutes, he was just like, oh my gosh, like nothing. He was completely floored with how well alfalfa could control those allergies. So really, it's all of the goodness. But then when you look at systemically in the body, the more alkaline your body is, so the less acidic, more alkaline, the healthier you will be. Guess what? Alfalfa will promote alkalinity in the body. So it does all those wonderful things, and systemically, it is helping your whole body be less acidic and therefore less prone to disease.
So good. Oh my gosh. You shared such a beautiful little piece on that product. Alfalfa is one of my absolute favorites as well. And when I first started my Shackley products, alfalfa was a key part of that. I had chronic sinus infections, and I remember the day that I could lay down and breathe through my nose. Like it had been years that I could breathe through my nose. It cleaned out my sinuses beautifully. So good. Ah, I love it. Okay, I'm going to talk real quick about saw palmetto complex. This product is designed for men mostly over the age of 40, when the prostate starts to enlarge and they start to have restricted urinary flow. It's just a really great clean product that has a lovely mix of saw palmetto and pumpkin seed oil and beta sitosterol. But it is, again, one of the things I love about what we do and what we offer to people in Shackley. It is not a medication or a drug. It's a natural, healthy way to support the body in that state. So again, it's pretty basic what it does. There's some really interesting history of saw palmetto use in Indians that I've heard about, and it happens to, one of the side effects is grow a lot of really healthy, thick, beautiful hair. So that's just a fun side tip, but a great product for any man who wants to keep a healthy prostate. So excellent. I'm going to talk about glucose regulation complex. The science behind this is really quite phenomenal, but it does exactly what it sounds like it does. It basically helps your body be more effective at utilizing and uptaking the glucose in the bloodstream. So anyone who is dealing with blood sugar irregularities, who is a pre-diabetic or even a full-on diabetic that needs help helping their body deal with their glucose better, this product is designed for that person. It happens to be a really good product that's helpful for people who have food cravings, people that have that kind of drop after they eat, where their blood sugar drops. It really is just a nice aid for people who are trying to lose weight, because they feel full because their blood sugar is balanced. But it is a great product for people who have diabetic issues or pre-diabetic issues. And we love that it's in our arsenal of tools to help people be healthy.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about some products that really help support hormones. And I'm saying it that way and not necessarily in the women's realm. And you'll hear a little bit why on that. So our GLA complex is an omega-6 fatty acid. GLA stands for gamma linoleic acid, which comes from sunflower seed oil. We also blend in some vitamin E. The great part with this, yes, for female hormone health, it really helps to balance you throughout the month. I have some women that, know they need to take it like the week before their menstrual cycle starts and through their menstrual cycle and they're good. So maybe 2 weeks out of the month, and others that take it all the way through. However, this is a fantastic product for teen girls and boys when their hormones are raging and out of control and out of balance, and you don't know, like your sweet baby went upstairs and what came down was not your sweet baby the next morning. This is a fantastic product to really help balance that and get that back under control. Another unique thing with GLA complex is that it helps to prevent breast cancer. So, us women, as we're aging, especially getting closer to perimenopause when our bodies really start doing wacky things, one, it'll help balance those hormones, but two, making sure to take that daily is a nice preventative measure towards breast cancer. Now, menopause balance complex, anyone that hears me talk about this will always hear me say, I wish they'd call it women's balance complex, because I have had teens all the way up through postmenopausal women take this product for different reasons. Yes, in the peri and postmenopause phase, it really helps to balance out and kind of mellow and sometimes get rid of those symptoms of hot flashes and mood swings and just not being able to sleep and really focusing on your overall health. However, for women that struggle with hormonal imbalances and may have a diagnosis of PCOS or endometriosis, which I personally have had both, it is a game changer. For me personally, this is a product that keeps me out of the hospital. As long as I'm staying on this product, I have zero endometriosis symptoms and I don't get cysts. When I go off of it, I do. And I end up in the hospital and having surgery. And well, I now only have one ovary because I was not staying consistent with my supplements. And I know that my body needs these different herbs to just stay balanced, to keep me normal. And now that I'm into that perimenopause phase, being able to sleep and not dealing with the hot flashes or the crazy mood swings is a huge, huge key. So there are ways to support your hormonal health without having to take actual synthetic hormones. You can really support your health through different herbs, and Shaklee has two great products here.